everybody. So I am Tshegofatso Budumele and I'm a nurse. Today I am here to teach you how to self-medicate safely at home. So I have realized that most of my patients don't come to the clinics when they are ill. They go to the doctors or they go to buy medication at local pharmacies. That is fine. We are getting tired of these long queues and other things, so we all have reasons why we stay at home when we are ill and not visit the clinics and other health facilities for health care provisions. Fine. As a nurse, I am not allowed to encourage you guys to actually buy over-the-counter medication because it is not safe, but it can be safe if you have the right information. Myself, when I'm ill sometimes and it's something very minor, I just go out there and get something at the local pharmacies, or I use the medication from my previous consultations as long as they have not yet expired. So you are not doing the right things, guys. You are not doing the right things, and then you end up coming to the clinics lebobola, even worse. Before you self-medicate, please make sure that the symptoms that you are having, that you want to treat, are not caused by a serious disease. Because if you have a very serious underlying condition and you are going to self-medicate, then you are killing yourself. You need to know which kind of diseases you have, rule everything out before you decide to go to the pharmacy and buy yourself Panado. So for diarrhea and vomiting, if you're going to have diarrhea at home and vomiting, guys, these things, if they are severe or if they are not taken care of, they can lead to dehydration, and dehydration is very dangerous. So for those two things, you need to prepare this. It's an ORS, oral rehydration solution. So you're going to boil water and you take the water, place it in a 1 liter container, let it cool off, and then pour this whole packet inside. And then you take for the whole day. The next day you prepare a fresh mixture. If you don't have this, you can boil water, pour it in a 1 liter container, and then you add 8 teaspoons of sugar level and half teaspoon of salt in that 1 liter, right? And then you take. So this thing is not complicated. If you are going to have diarrhea as well, please do not take medication as stopper, medication which stops diarrhea. Let the thing come out. Go to the toilet and poop or vomit. It doesn't matter. Just let it all out and then supplement with rehydration so that you don't suffer dehydration. And then we go to skin conditions. Skin conditions, you can just have this allergic skin. You get itch from time to time. Sometimes the itch can be, or the allergic reaction can be due to the food that you have eaten. So if that is the case, or maybe a certain type of clothing material that you have worn or your skin has been in contact with, or maybe the weather changes or you were in contact with a particular kind of tree or something. If you are going to have itchy skin with those small pimples and redness, whatever, as long as it is itchiness from an allergic reaction, you are going to use these allergex tablets, and this is syrup. Now, what I know is that a lot of people use allergex to induce sleep. Guys, what you are doing is wrong, and please stop doing that, because you are coming back to the facilities with adverse side effects, and it's not nice. Guys, you need to understand that if your body is having a certain problem, when you take medication, once the medication dissolves, it goes to that particular area that needs its attention. Now, when this medication gets inside your body and there is no problem in your body requiring you to take this, you are in hell, because now this medication is going to cause problems. You are going to start feeling sick, you are feeling dizzy. And then with allergex, we have tablets and syrup. This is for adults, this is for children, but I prefer this because it tastes nice. Now, mothers and fathers at home, I know that you are giving your children this thing to induce sleep so that you can have some quality time to yourselves. Well, guess what? You are killing your child, especially those ones that are below 2 years of age. You are not supposed to give this to children less than 2 years of age because it causes the brain of the child to degenerate. And now we are moving to a very interesting one. Disprin, guys, or aspirin. This, people usually use it for pain and fever. This is not for pain and fever. This is an anticoagulant medication, meaning it prevents the blood to clot. It thins your blood. Therefore, if you are going to take this for pain, especially when you are on your periods, menstrual periods, understand that it means that you are going to lose more blood because your blood is now thinner than usual, right? This thing can cause bleeding problems. If you are that person who is constantly suffering from epistaxis, epistaxis is nose bleeding. If you are that kind of person and you take this for pain or for fever, unknowingly, you are going to bleed. You are going to have bleeding disorders. Please, if you are pregnant ladies, do not take this. Do not take medication for flu because it has alcohol in it. You don't need that. Trust me, your baby doesn't need that. You don't need this because if you deliver prematurely, you can imagine the complications. We are going to run the whole facility looking for something to help you with, and at the time there's nothing to help you. So stop taking things that you are not informed about. If you are going to go to a doctor, a private doctor, and then this doctor gives you medication, you don't understand what this medication is for, the side effects and other things, they just give you and then they don't explain anything to you. You can always come to the clinic with that medication and then you show it to the professional nurse, and the professional nurse will give you information on that particular medication. It's that easy. Now we are moving to Panado for pain and pyrexia. Pyrexia is also known as fever. So this is Panado. We have tablets. Some Panados come in color white, some in green. It doesn't matter. It's Panado. As long as the generic name says paracetamol, you are on the right track. So this is the syrup for adults, for children. This is not actually only for children. Syrups aren't for children. Sometimes you are very ill, you have difficulty in swallowing, or you have sauce in your mouth, you can't swallow, you have painful whatever in throat, or you are too weak to even swallow. This is what we use. If you are in pains, you only take this, including Brufen. I will show you Brufen shortly. It's usually round and pink in color, but right now I see that there's a new supplier and their tablet is white and round. You do not overdose on any medication. Don't overdose. If they say take 1 teaspoon, please take 1 teaspoon. And then if the dosage that they prescribe are not helping out, you can just go back and tell them that this thing is not helping, so can you please either increase the dosage or whatever. Something can happen though. We are now going to vaginal health, and sometimes you may get itchiness down there, or you may get discomfort, something. You just apply an ointment. If you have dryness, you may apply this. It's a vaginal cream. If you are itching, you may also apply this on the outside, and you can also take this and put it in the inside. There's a tube that you can draw this with, and then we also have this. So what you do is you use this at night. You have to pee before you apply this, or you put this inside of your JJ, and then you let it work, and then you will pee in the morning when it has dissolved and done the work. So these things are affordable and you can get them. On to the next one. We are going to talk eye conditions. So the eye can either be itchy, which is an allergic reaction, or it can be red and have those secretions. So if your eye is red and is having secretions, you need to go for this. It's a Chloramax eye ointment. Nothing complicated here. You just apply it and make sure that you put it inside the eye so that it kills the bacteria. If your eye is itchy, you go for this. It's an Allergex eye drops for itchy eyes, meaning allergy, right? This thing is not complicated. We don't have multivitamins. Otherwise, you can also take multivitamins if you are suffering from poor appetite. And you can take vitamin B as well for poor appetite and dizziness. Now, I still urge everyone to go out there and get checked for other medical conditions so that they don't end up treating symptoms of a disease that is very serious and needs to be taken care of. Because once some diseases are discovered at a later stage, it's a problem. For stomach cramps, we take this. It's Buscopan. You just take one. It's very small, but it works. It works, so you go for one. And then you have to also monitor what is it that you are eating or drinking that is causing your stomach to be so painful, right? I'm still on to the stomach conditions. You may have constipation. For constipation, you need to alter your lifestyle, like eat food that is high in fiber, drink a lot of water. You mustn't postpone your bowel movements. You have to go to the toilet every time you feel the urge to go to the toilet. So if you're going to suffer from constipation and you have tried to drink water, you have tried to eat fiber, for some people, even after they have changed their lifestyles, they still experience the same problems. So if you are that kind of a person, you need to go for this. The Soflax, it loosens the stools and it relieves constipation. You only take one. You don't take too much, because if you take too much, then you are going to have severe diarrhea and it's going to cause dehydration and further complications. We don't want that. Just take one and listen to your body. Or you can take this Axon. You just take a teaspoon. Actually, they are having these measurements here for when you are an adult. You take this. For children, you give this much. So please do not, never ever underestimate these measurements that they write for you and you think, for man, 10 ml is not gonna work. If you are going to use this kind of medication, you don't need to provide any prescriptions at the pharmacy. You can just go there and tell them that I'm having this kind of problem, I'm looking for this kind of medication. They will give it to you without any hassle. Thank you everyone for joining this health talk. I hope we meet up on the next one, and toodles.